good teachers are always going to find a way to make it happen. We now live in a time where we continue that the human relationship aspect, where I learn as much as I can about my student. I pay as much attention as I can to the young learners that I serve day in and day out. I know them inside and out. I know them better than I know myself. And because I know that, and I've taken time to play and learn these different resources and learn about these things that are out there that are vetted and proven to work, I can bring these into my classroom, right? And I want to just add another piece: tech tools, resources, artificial intelligence that I understand, that I know how to use into the classroom to accommodate those students. And I think in the process of this relationship, in order for a student to feel this sense of agency, there has to be a motivating factor. Curiosity has to be present. There are conditions that absolutely need to take place in the environment of the classroom before a student can say, I got this, or I'm going to pick, right? You still set that up as an educator. And if you can do that, then 1000%, I think the artificial intelligence, tech tools, emerging technologies, I think these things have the opportunity to meet students exactly where they are, to further their educational journeys and processes by giving them access to choice and bliss.
Oh, I love that. And, I think for me, student ownership has always been something huge,
Hmm.
and, as opposed to sometimes maybe in a classroom, it could be just, teacher tech driven. And it's really the tools that the teacher just, hey, get on this computer, get on this program, do that. But
Yes.
I think when the student becomes that creator of their learning and shows mastery in a way that is, to them personal, near and dear, or it taps into one of their things that they love to do the most, whether it's the creativity of recording themselves, student voice, a graphic, things of those sort.
Yes.
I've always been a huge proponent of that. And I think, like you said, it does come back to that human piece of knowing your students. And it's okay to present multiple ways that they can share the information that you've given them to show you if they are mastering. And again, talking a little bit about process and looking at that process to get to that final product,
Yes. Yes.
and so I think that's something that's fantastic and that I love. And and as the technology continues to evolve and continue to move forward, I think that I'm seeing that some applications are moving in that way of
Hmm.
trying to really help the students also become those creators. But at the end of the day, I think, like you said, a very solid teacher with great pedagogy will still be able to do that
Yes.
with whatever tool that might be available, but allowing the student to give and showcase their learning and giving them that student ownership. I think that that's fantastic. And I'm all here for it. And that's something that I still don't want to lose. And I know
No.
a lot of people may feel that this might get lost when I have to do 30 minutes per day for this particular app that turns more into compliance rather than actually enhancing learning. So learning to differentiate those two is definitely huge. The
Yeah.
student ownership or just tech driven teaching. Yeah, definitely something to find that balanced approach in your classrooms. So, David, as we talk a little bit more of this conference, and I want to talk about maybe the superintendent kind of role, or ed tech leader, or curriculum leader, CTO. They all have questions. They're all trying to figure this out and navigating this space. So I want to ask you, as one of those leaders, as far as a superintendent, CTO, curriculum and instruction officer that is interested in joining this conference and being there, what would their return on investment be by being there? What might be some things, maybe two things that they can definitely take away that will be make it worth their time and maybe give them a little bit of peace of mind of either where to start or say, hey, you're on the right track.